Hey guys, welcome back to Game Frenzy. Today we'll talk about the new secret updated codes in Roblox Murder Mystery. Let's head into it. Number 1. What is Murder Mystery? The Killers produced the horror game Murder Mystery 2. The game is based on the murder game mode in Gary's mod. The game was updated to version 2.0 on December 27, 2014, and is now known as Murder Mystery 2. In February 2017, the game surpassed 500 million visits and became the most visited game. Meep City surpassed the competition in terms of visits in July 2017. A server can accommodate up to 12 players, with no more than 1 rapist, 1 sheriff, and 10 innocents. There are 3 game modes: Casual, Hardcore, and Assassin. The user can switch between 3 modes at a time, with no more than 1 murderer. The only player who spawns with a gun is the sheriff, who can use it to defend the innocents. If the sheriff is killed, either by killing an innocent person or being killed by the murderer, the gun will fall to the ground, allowing any innocent person to pick it up. Sheriffs win XP for apprehending and killing the killer. It will give them more XP based on how many innocents they effectively defend. Since the innocents are unarmed, they are unable to hurt the other players. Their mission is to assist the sheriff in determining who the killer is by witnessing murders. If the gun is dropped by a deceased sheriff, an innocent person will pick it up and become a hero if they successfully shot the murderer. Innocents gain XP based on the player's action, such as the time of survival and filling their coin bag, and the hero gains the same XP as the innocents with the added bonus of winning the round, multiplying after each hero. The killer is the only player who possesses a knife, which he can use to execute the innocents and the sheriff. They must assassinate all of the innocents, as well as the sheriff, before the time runs out. The killer receives the same as the others, with an improvement in the chances of winning the round and the number of eliminations. Weapons are important for both killers and sheriffs. Murderers use throwable knives, while sheriffs carry a rifle. Both roles can purchase various weapon designs, also known as skins, from the shop or create their own. Everyone has a knife and a pistol, but only the sheriff and the murderer can use them. Arms can be customized with special effects and death powers, but these are only decorative and have little bearing on gameplay. Number 2. How to get better. When the player hears a stabbing sound, they can look out the window to find the killer. When the player is being pursued by the killer, they should consider where the murderer is likely to go. The killer will sometimes go around telling everyone to dance together or form a party and then kill them all at once, making it easier for them to win. Consider should step carefully. Some murderers have the ability to predict where a player will go and then throw a knife in that direction. A user has a slim chance of being a sheriff or murderer 2 or more times in a row. As a result, many players will believe that if they are the murderer in one round, they will be innocent or sheriff in the next. The player can try to travel across the map into various areas and rooms to confuse the killer and give them more time to hide or run. If the player has a phone, it's not a good idea for them to use it during rounds, because the murderer will detect where they are by the sound of the radio, raising their risk of being murdered. Number 3. The sheriff. The only way to identify a murderer who has turned invisible is that if they have a knife, a boombox, or if they have a fitted pet or impact. The sheriff will only shoot the killer if he or she is partly or fully visible. Mill Base, Mansion 2, and Factory are usually simpler maps for the sheriff to navigate. A player's chances of being killed by the murderer increase if he or she reveals a pistol. Number 4. The murderer. If the player is the killer, deceiving the sheriff is a critical goal in order to avoid being killed. Following the sheriff typically raises suspicion when attempting to assassinate the sheriff. Following him from behind increases the likelihood of not being heard. The killer would find it easier to navigate the Office 2, Office 3, Hotel 2, and Mansion 2 maps. The studio is the worst place to be a murderer because it's incredibly laggy on older devices. The player is most likely to be shot. Number 5. Updated secret promo codes. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.